event by quoting Albert Einstein. He said that it has been appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. The famous historian Christian Land aptly said, technology is a useful servant but a dangerous master. More than a year ago, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. What followed was a paradigm shift in the very fabric of our lives. Quarantining, physical distancing, and lockdowns became the new normal. But we, as social beings, came together, reconnected through technology and the World Wide Web. However, as everything has its pros and cons, so does technology and the internet, to a point where it has become a biopsychosocial endemic on its own. Identifying this phenomenon at its dawn, Manasa Trust and its collaborators, namely the faculty of Ashok Memorial College, under the leadership of Mr. Manish and the core group, with the unending guidance and support from Dr. Rajni Pai, the director of Mansa Trust, the academic director, Dr. Preeti V. Shanbal, and the principal, Dr. Sandhya Kaveri, who have always been pioneers in the field of mental health, initiated this venture. And we have gathered here today for the launch of the Smart Hub. Over to you, Mamika.
The point is not how we use a tool, but how it uses us. Quoted by Nick Yoquin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to everyone present. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our guest. Our own principal, Dr. Sandhya Kaveri K, President of Smart Hub. Hearty welcome to our chief guest, Dr. MANOJ SHARMA, Director of Shut Clinic, NIMHANS. It is a pleasure to have you here with us, sir. Cordially welcome to Dr. Rajni A. Pai, Director, Manasa Trust, Dr. Preeti V. Shanbag, Academic Director, Dr. Vaman Shanbag, Deputy Director. A very warm welcome to you, sir, and ma'am. Very warm welcome to Sister Mari Evelyn, PG Coordinator, Dr. Archana Bhatt, HOD of Psychology, the faculty member and student of UG PG of Kateel Ashok Memorial College. And special welcome to all those who are present today in inauguration. Your presence indicates that you're very much concerned about a future generation. I once again welcome you all.
Thank you, Mamika. I now call upon Mr. Manish Sridharan, who is the coordinator of Smart Hub.
Thank you, Pragnam. A very good evening to one and all present here. It is both a privilege and an honor to introduce a one-of-a-kind clinic in Shimoga, which specifically focuses on providing services such as counseling and therapy to individuals with excessive and addictive usage of technology. As it has been a very challenging and trying times for every individual in their own ways, we as a species have managed to push along with the help of technology during the pandemic, connecting and strengthening the bonds. A time where using gadget was strictly prohibited has become the only medium to stay connected to students, to learn new facts, skills, and to let our creative side explode. Amongst all of this, not much attention was paid on the pattern of usage, which did not have an immediate effect on our mental health. But now, we have come to a stage where we need to draw boundaries and pause. Digital detox is now a necessity. At Manasa, under the able guidance of Dr. Preeti Shanbag and Dr. Rajni Pai, we are here today to inaugurate the Smart Hub, which would be giving services on the well-being and healthy usage of technology. The goal and aim of the Smart Hub is to enable individuals to use technology efficiently, reduce addictive and risky usage of technology, provide services and assistance to affected individuals. We at SMART Hub undertake detailed usage history and pattern, assessment and checking the severity of symptoms, psychoeducating the client and family, short and long-term intervention, skill training and problem solving, assertiveness training, coping strategies, and eclectic therapies. The clinic functions from Tuesdays to Saturdays from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. With that being said, we wish to help and render our services to a large number of individuals. Thank you. Over to you, Pragna.
Thank you for that, Manish, sir. This has truly given birth to a great sense of inquisitiveness in all of us. I now call upon Ms. Kshitija Hebbar to formally introduce Dr. MANOJ SHARMA, the chief guest for this evening.
Good evening to one and all present here. I'm honored to welcome and introduce the chief guest of today's event, Dr. Manoj Kumar Sharma, Professor of Clinical Psychology at NIMHANS and coordinator of India's first tech de-addiction clinic. Dr. Manoj is an expert member for the WHO Group for Addictive Behaviors as well as Lancet Group on Gambling. He has more than 300 articles to his name in print and visual media for raising a public awareness for promotion of healthy use of technology. He has also published more than 124 research articles in well-recognized national and international journals. We are very happy to have you here with us, sir, and we are very eager to learn more about technology addiction and ways to overcome it. Now I request Dr. Manoj Sharma to take over the session.
Thank you for inviting me. And first I would share my wishes for your initiative to build up awareness as well as to provide skill training in the area of healthy use of technology. But I think the first question which always comes, why do we need a clinic and why do we need to pay attention to the technology use? So what we have seen, or you might have observed around you and sometime in yourself also, that technology has become a predominant activities for us. When I'm saying predominant activities means like it has gone almost like 60 to 70 times on an average. Any individual check his or her mobile phone. And when you check your mobile phone 60 to 70 times, and if you are spending 2 to 3 minutes, automatically it will take away 300 to 400 minutes a day. And sometimes it just goes off without your consciousness and without your awareness. And sometimes people just say that sometimes it may be for productive purpose, but sometimes it may be a modality to pass free time, or it might have become a modality to have a leisure time, because that we have seen during COVID time that it has become, because since there is a lot of restrictions on social movement, there is restrictions on going out in playing and other activities. So either whether adolescent or adults, once their productive hours goes off, once they become finish their whatever the professional work, they start spending time on technology. Sometime maybe for WhatsApp, sometime maybe for YouTube, or it could be on streams, or it could be on gaming, or it could be on chatting platforms. So what we have seen, because of this increased use, because it has become leisure activity has become digital, it has brought excessive use of technology. On an average for Indian data, if we are seeing the last 1 year, we are spending almost 6 hours 24 minutes on internet. Whether if it is for productive, it's okay, but if it is just for recreational, you can see how much we are losing because we are not attentive to it. Second thing which comes up is how is it bringing dysfunctions in your lifestyle. So what we have seen, the common dysfunction is in delay in sleep, because either children's adolescent, they likes to spend their late evening time with the technology, maybe in social media. Sometime it could be on YouTube, or nowadays Netflix or show series has also become an activity that people say I was productive throughout the day. Let me spend some time while watching movie or while watching certain shows. But here the concern comes because now the people have started bringing one term which we call binge watching, which has come. Binge watching, when we refers to binge watching, refers to like if you watch any screen for more than 120 minutes in one go, then you are suffering from binge watching, which I feel most of us generally cross this limit. This is a Western limit. Still, we need limit for Indian context, whether 120 minutes is okay criteria for us or whether we need some other criteria. So that's the first thing. Second thing, when we talk about binge watching, another term has come called binge gaming, because gaming has become an issue during COVID time. When I'm saying binge gaming, it becomes like if you are playing or a gamer play for 6 hours in one go or more than 6 hours in one go, so then he or she is suffering from binge gaming. So, and when we talk about binge watching or binge gaming, it goes with the personality, it goes with the psychological predisposition also, because whether it's internet or gaming, still we understand both the this kind of addiction under the umbrella term of impulsivity and compulsivity spectrum. Maybe it's a loss of it's a like because of impulsivity and because of loss of control, you are engaging in significant uses of technology for non-productive purpose. So that because of that, generally people experience sleep disturbance, people experience irregular eating pattern. Sometimes parents comes and report to us that child has very irregular pattern, or he gets up late in the afternoon, so he is no longer taking breakfast, he takes only lunch. And or sometimes he delays lunch also because he has to watch certain gaming videos and certain other streams and all. So that's become the eating pattern style. Because of this irregular eating, child prefer or the gamer prefer fast food which he can take on the table, which leads to sometime weight gain also. Second dysfunction which we see in terms of academics and professional work. In academics, what we have seen nowadays, adolescent or adults, they do multiple things while doing any focus task. Even if you are attending any lecture, you may also be active on social media, you may also be active on gaming, and you may also be active on chatting. So you may be doing 3-4 functions in one go, which sometimes people boost off that we can do multiple function, but that is not the scenario. Brain takes almost 3 to 4 minutes to reach back to the same concentration level whenever you get distracted for anything. So it means sometimes adolescent adults say that we were very productive, but in the end result is not very significant. Here one term has come called cyber loafing. Cyber loafing is the recently term. Cyber loafing means you keep moving from one activity to the others while doing any focus task, which also leads to decrease in productivity and other things. So if you are having this kind of activities, again there is a need to work and be aware of excessive impact of technology use while doing any focus task. Then the third thing comes in physical activities. Because of COVID time, even earlier also, people who were excessive users, they were losing out their physical activities. Nowadays, 90 to 180 minutes physical activity is recommended for teenagers, even for adults also. But how many of are doing physical activity regularly, that we have to see. Fourth thing is comes in terms of communication. We are losing out communication in family context. Whenever whole family is together at home, but they don't talk, they are more busy with the technology or with the mobile phone. Because in one case, when we gave the assignment to one family, that why don't you spend 1 hour together and do some good quality based task. The family came back to me and they reported that they spared 1 hour every day, but they don't know what to do during that 1 hour, because we have lost that practice to spend time in offline context. So all these things which comes up as a dysfunction, and along with that we also experience physical issues also, maybe eye strains, pain in the neck, sometimes tennis elbow syndrome, which comes pain in your elbow regions, or it could be carpal syndrome, pain in your wrist. So if these things or sort of things also comes up because of excessive use of technology. So how I can decide whether I'm in the recreational zone or whether I'm a problematic and addictive user. So you have to look for 5C criteria. First C stand for craving. Answer can mean yes and no. Craving means continuous desire to use technology. If that is there, that's become first yes toward addictive use. Second is control. Do you lose your control? You don't have control over use of technology. If that is happening, that's become second yes. So constant preoccupation, craving, loss of control, second criteria. Third is coping. Are you the person who use technology excessively to manage stress, to manage mood state, to manage free time, to manage boredom? Because of this, it's become repetitive use of technology for you. So that's become third yes in your lifestyle. Fourth is compulsion. Because of first three yes, you will become a compulsive user, which we say in terms of like 60 to 70 time if you are using. There is another syndrome comes, is called zero inbox syndrome. Zero inbox mean all of us have a tendency to read everything in our inbox and reply. If that tendency is persistent, you will become compulsive user. So that's become the fourth yes in your lifestyle. Fifth is consequences. You have physical consequences, you have psychological, you have academics, but still you are persisting the use. If that is there, that's become the fifth yes in your lifestyle. When I'm talking about psychological, sometimes because of excessive use, you are losing your productivity, you are not uh, losing out various other incentive based tasks. It creates low mood states, and sometimes instead of working on the task, person start using internet more to overcome the slow mood states. So out of 5C, which I say recall again, craving, control, coping, compulsion, and consequences. If out of 5C, if anybody has 4 or all 5, then you can say person has addictive or problematic use of technology, and he require attention at individual level. If that doesn't work, he definitely need professional help. So when we come to the professional help, we can start with certain basic strategies. One is called digital hygiene. You might have read about sleep hygiene, but now we use digital hygiene. Digital hygiene refers to like we should take frequent breaks after 30 to 40 minutes of screen use. Blink your eyes 10 times so that eyes get relaxed. Move your head forward, backward 5 times each so the neck strain should not come. Move your head right, left 5 times each. Again, it will relax your neck stress. And move your wrist, both wrists clockwise and anti-clockwise so that you can avoid tennis elbow or carpal syndrome. So after 30 to 40 minutes, if you do these few steps, it will take away the physical dysfunction of excessive use of technology. Second, all of us have a habit of using headphones. Though still empirical evidence has to come, the impact of long hours of uh, headphone use on human health. But the recommendation is after 45 minutes of headphone use, give a break to yourself for 10 to 15 minutes and then again restart the use of headphone to avoid any physical issues. Third, bring physical activities 60 to 90 minutes in your daily life schedule, indoor and outdoor, taking all precaution in COVID context. And fourth is spend good quality time in the family context, which we are losing in most of the families. And the last is don't sleep with the mobile, don't sleep with the screen at least 30 to 40 minutes before sleeping time. If you can avoid use of screen and do something else, will help you to regularize your sleep. So that's the one activities you can do. Second thing, if you're finding that there is a association between your psychological states and the use of technology, then see what are my psychological reasons which are mediating or enhancing my technology use. See if you can work at individual level by using any problem solving approach. If that doesn't work, seek any professional help. Third thing which I would recommend is called digital fasting. All of us have fasting in our lifestyle, but I think we have to bring digital fasting also. Sometimes it can be like few hours a day. Let's whole family decide that we would not use technology for 1 or 2 hours, and that time will be used for doing other quality based activities. Or it can be like certain half of the days you can see that I would not use any screen and I would plan something else for myself. If the digital fasting comes in your lifestyle, then definitely it will enhance your control and you will have a healthy use of technology. And we have another app also which we have built up for community awareness. It is called Digital Detox app, which is available freely on Google Play Store. You can use and you can recommend to others. It will allow you to know how much time you are spending on technology on various platforms, and it will also help you to guide various self-help strategies. So I think these are some suggestions if you work on it. And if you, because sometimes technology use is always a anonymous activities, so a lot of things you can plan for yourself and have a healthy use or balanced use of technology. With this, I think there are recommendation have also come for children's also. If you have young children below 6 years, it's always recommended that their screen use should be less, should not be more than 2 hours. But nowadays, lot because of COVID time, even young children are spending time on online classes and all. But I think we should promote more physical activities, more offline activities in these young children. If parents can become a good role model, these young children will develop a control from the very beginning. And once they reach the stage of teenager or late adolescent, they will have a better control. With all these things, thank you all. Thank you for inviting me, and best wishes for your clinic. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Manoj Sharma, sir. I would like to express my deepest sense of gratitude for your valuable insights. Now I would like to take this opportunity to call upon Dr. Sandhya Kaveri to deliver the presidential address.
Respected Dr. Manoj Sharma sir, today's resource person, our director Dr. Rajani Epai, our academic director Dr. Preeti Shanbag, coordinator for post-graduation department Sister Mari Evelyn, my dear colleagues and all the audience. It's a very great moment for our college, Kateel Ashok Pai Memorial College, because it's our dream to start one smart hub here. After taking guidance from Manoj Sharma sir, our Manish, who is our psychology assistant professor, Department of Psychology, discussed with our academic director, Dr. Preeti Shanbag, about starting this smart hub. At the same time, we had an opportunity to meet Manoj Sharma sir and discuss about our wish to start smart hub here, because he is heading the smart clinic there in NIMHANS. It's our privilege that we could listen to Dr. Manoj Sharma sir and have the inauguration done for this smart hub through him. And we are very sure that this smart hub will be of great use for the people here in and around Shimoga. Our main idea is to help students, their parents, and the teachers. Now, we all know that technology has become very much integral part of our life. Now, it is our duty, it is our responsibility, each one of us, to manage the usage in a right manner for well-being, the physical as well as psychosocial well-being. In this regard, each one requires certain help. Probably when we cross the limit of the usage, we have to be very, very cautious. As sir has mentioned already, it is our responsibility to practice some digital hygiene now. The COVID has taught us to practice physical hygiene too. At the same time, the increased usage of online has made us to be very cautious regarding digital hygiene also. So we need to practice digital hygiene. digital fasting. Fasting is a spiritual word actually, which helps us to maintain ourselves. But digital fasting is very, very essential now because digital has become a very important part of our life. So how we manage this require real scientific help. So this smart hub will give a lot of people support to de-addict themselves with regard to their digital usage. At the same time, we have plans to conduct few training programs, awareness programs to teachers, the parents, and the adolescents, especially regarding the correct usage of this technology. It is not only that we have to withdraw from technology, we should also learn the effective use of technology because it has its own use too. I always tell my students that the invention of all these technologies by human beings. So these technological instruments should not control us. We should be able to control our inventions. Then only we can make use of them effectively. So Smart Hub is aimed at helping those people who wish to know about effective usage, at the same time who wish to come out of the increased use of or the negative use of technology and other consequences. The team is ready with the psychologists and the therapists. The infrastructure is already developed here at the Kateel Ashok Pai Memorial College. It is a college here in Shimoga, center of the city. Uh, it is there, and this college, which offers undergraduation and post-graduation programs in psychology, has very good infrastructure as well as the people, the experts who can help in this line. So with this, I announce that the Smart Hub will provide services in each evening from 5 to 5:30 to 8:30 in the late evening. As well as on Sundays, it will work in the morning hours. From 10 to 1 o'clock, it is open. So anyone who require the help can approach it openly. This is open for all. At the same time, on behalf of Manasa Trust and Kateel Ashok Pai Memorial College, I convey my gratitude to Dr. MANOJ SHARMA sir for being with us and for inaugurating this Smart Hub. I also request him to give us further guidance and the support in future whenever we find some difficulties or whenever we need some answers or the trainings, etc. So we also invite you, sir, to come over physically to our institute as well as our hospital, Manasa Nursing Home, and our rehabilitation center. With this, I conclude. Once again, I wish all the best for the whole team who will look after our Smart Hub. I also thank our director, Dr. Rajani Pai and Dr. Preeti Shanbag for giving support to start this Smart Hub here at the college. Thank you. Thank you one and all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So before moving on to the vote of thanks, I would like to notify everyone that there would be a feedback form. The link to the feedback form would be given through the chat box here. You can click on it and give your respective feedback. And lastly, I would like to call upon Harshita SM to give the vote of thanks. Over to you, Harshita.
Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what excellent in others belong to us as well. Good evening, everyone. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the chief speaker of the program, Dr. Manoj Sharma, Director, Shat Clinic, NIMHANS, for the knowledge you have shared with us will go a long way in guiding us for our future planning. Thank you, sir. Now I thank the Director of Manasa Trust, Dr. Rajni A. Pai, our Academic Director Preeti V. Shanbhag, and Deputy Director Vaman Shanbhag for their presence and continuous guidance. And I would like to thank our beloved Principal, Dr. Sandhya Kaveri Ma'am, a PG Coordinator, Sister Mari Evelyn, and HOD of Psychology Department, Dr. Archana Bhatt, for their continuous guidance. I thank the organization team of SMART Hub. I would like to thank the organization team of the SMART Hub for their smooth conduction of this program. I extend my gratitude to the management, teaching and non-teaching staff, and students. This program wouldn't be a success without a presence of the audience. I, on behalf of the Institute, sincerely thank all of you for responding to our invitation and participating in such a large number. We are looking forward to have you all in our future endeavors of the SMART Hub. Thank you, everyone.
I would again like to remind all the participants to please fill the feedback form, and yeah, you can leave the meeting. Thank you so much for attending.